The streets feel love, we're mixed with light. Goes down, blown down, and life shines back. Going past such a blast.
2 more weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Another chapter to bring the sim to a much better state with Sim Update 12. Plus, plenty more coming on the parallel from jets to GAs, airports, and many more this week. Has the fun begun yet? Hope the week has been exciting for you. We've been busy with a number of things from marketplace updates, development, events, and freewares. So if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button for future releases. Let's begin with the GA aircraft today. The Shelton DW-1A has arrived this week to the marketplace. A recent release, by the way, from A1R Design Bureau. It's a 30s classic. Isn't it great to see some nice classics arrive with the sim? Last week, we had the Magnet HM14 from Rara Avis Sim, another 30s era classic model that sports some history. Now the Shelton was built in Britain, that's a single-seater aircraft. Now of course back in the day, the material used was mostly wood. It's a low-weighing monoplane that features a wooden structure that comes with a Walter Micron engine with 65 horsepower. Using new computational fluid dynamics or CFD along with new propeller system, a good use of PBR has been in place along with a WY sound system. Towards jets, the iconic MiG-15 BIS finally arrives from the team of Bear Studios. An enhancement to the original MiG-15, by the way. It comes equipped with an even more powerful engine that has an impressive climb rate. An aircraft that was mainly involved in the Korean War. Wasn't an easy opponent on dogfights. Now the textures look impressive here, with high details of course. Comes with animations, light effects, sounds, a full set of interactive avionics, gauges that are impressive, aircraft systems that respond well. Now flight dynamics have been related to the actual Russian version flight manual and is available today at Sim Market. FS Traffic was a big release for this team. Is there anything else planned? Of course, the team of Just Flight aren't quiet. The Fokker F-28 Fellowship is on its way on development as well. Would be another high-quality pairware in the making. Now this would be the exact approach on how it went with the BAE 146 Professional. Now here's the thing, the F-28 hasn't been a popular airliner when you look at the other ones, and the last time we came across some impressive screenshots on the cabin front plus the cockpit with those old school instruments appears to be well aligned with an authentic feel. Over time, the team have made significant progress on the systems coding, particularly on the bleed air and air conditioning systems. In fact, with the latest video, we do see 2 features being showcased. Of course, the in-depth behavior of the systems that goes into this and demonstrates the bleed air and air conditioning systems in operation. It also includes powering up the aircraft by checking the battery voltage and turning on the aircraft battery, starting the APU and forward. With a number of projects on the pipeline, including the recent steam gauge overhaul, have been great additions. The commitment remains the same to this team, to deliver us a premium product. More upcoming screenshots are being shared from the team of TFDI Design on their plans with the MD-11. Now we've seen previous teasers that were off Repair 3D. It does spark a surprise after months with a controversial pre-order plans that features an exclusive version of the plane. Most of the previews are heavily focused on the cabin or the passenger cabin of the aircraft. Really wish we got the overall picture including external images. It's definitely nice to see and make more sense as most pilots spend a good amount of time in cockpits. The great shot of the interiors can give us a bit of an idea on what really to hope for from this team. Towards Parallel 42. Is this a clever move or not? Comes as a surprise from Parallel 42. Now this team have been going crazy offering us different sorts of bush flying experiences. It does relate to their plans long term. Get a hold of more pilots to fly this thing and hopefully get that experience. The latest update sees a major revamp of the product line. From suspension systems, realistic feel during taxiing and takeoffs, getting those bumpy feels. Now in addition to all this comes a car horn, which was included as well. Well actually the real-life Freedom Fox has this. Apart from that, the added integration of the PMS GTN 750 and the TDS GTN 750 have been useful. Price-wise, a complete package for the Fox including additional engine states sells for $25 and the base pack with a single engine sells for $15. What aircraft are we featuring today? The Tecnam P2060 Mach 2 truly is a class of its own. Flexible and economical, with this aircraft you can get more than a twin for less than a single. It's known to be among some reputable flight training agencies. This has been a favorite meeting different categories. It looks great, by the way. Having access to the real aircraft helped the studios get a closer look at how things work and how more authentic they could relate their development to. With animated features from doors, cockpit switches, buttons and knobs, these are just some of the things for a start. Including all this comes a detailed checklist for added realism. A practical way to check each and every element before you start off. We were quite pleased with the aircraft we reviewed recently. Do take a look at this video that covers all the aspects of the Technim from the team of Flight Sim Studios. Ground level speaking, what airport are we looking at? The team of Orbex never stopped to impress us. Located just outside of Bern, Switzerland's capital city welcomes to its gateways of sceneries here. LSZB in short. In order to approach this airport, you need to navigate through some beautiful Alps, and for those of you who enjoy a bit of challenge, you have the option to choose a circle to land approach with actually 2 runways. Detailed modeling and texturing across the board. We do come across custom auto mesh that has been applied. Now static elements includes helicopters, gliders and GAs. Plus, not to forget, a great performance for some smooth landings. In the world of development, what's new this week? What's in store for us? Sim Update 12 is the next big thing. The first milestone for this year in terms of changes that are big. Now both performance-wise and several other elements that can bring the sim to a much better shape. If you haven't tried out the beta version yet, do give it a try. Quite honestly, I've been occupied with other things and plan to try it this weekend. But of what I've heard so far, things have been quite promising. The idea remains the same. It's planned to launch on the 21st of this month, only 2 weeks from today. Known issues on controls with sensitivity settings, content features, updates on navigation and traffic to general bug fixes are just some of the items to bring to your attention. There's definitely more in store for us. Before we move to events and freeware, let's do a shout out this week. Some popular folks in the community, and thank you for your support. Sushil Kumar Advani, Pool Hall Shark, 4sec Shark Mister, Art G, Aerial Photo Vito, Coffee Mike, and Aussie Coffee Bean. Quite frankly, I love it when I see coffee on screen names, as I'm quite passionate about coffee myself. Let's talk numbers for a moment here. There have been a lot of changes so far. 1,837 airports, 555 aircraft, 867 sceneries, and 153 mission packs. That makes it 2,673 products for both Xbox and PC. Now the last time we saw numbers was during the last week of December, 3 months ago, and just see the amount of growth here. There have been plenty of changes, and definitely more changes to look forward to. In the line of events, this week the community flying is planned near the outskirts of Geneva, the border near Switzerland and France. Now CERN, CERN, is a European organization for nuclear research and one of the most influential scientific organizations in the world. The sight to see would be the shadow of the Alps. It's actually beautiful on VR. The plan is to end the flight at Courchevel, LFLJ in short. Certainly some time to view epic landings. So mark your calendars as the event is on the 10th of March, that's Friday. The event details, including the flight plan, type of aircraft and timings can be found if you check the link in the description below. Plus, join our Discord server. It gets a lot easier to get the latest news on the sim, not just on the marketplace, events and plenty more things. This week, let's go to Japan for Freeware. Supposed to be a really cool airport, by the way. The Osaka International Airport, RJOO in short. It's also known as Irami Airport. This was created by Karo T. And Osaka is one of the largest cities in Japan. This is a major scenery overhaul from the default one that includes custom modeling and textures, custom jetways, 3D people, and a lot more for you to discover while you check into your flight. It's quite remarkable that some folks spend hours and hours to get that experience for us, and in this case, it's been Karo T. Initially, 260 hours were spent on this project, and 6 months later, an additional 160 hours were spent to enhance this. How about that, eh? So big thanks to the developer for this beautiful scenery of a kind. The link to both the events and freeware can be found conveniently in the description below. Do subscribe for more and join our Discord. As always, it's been a true pleasure. Until next time, do take care.